Imagine 2 girls talking joyfully on top of the playground frame and a group of kids running around on the mulch playing tag. Everything's happy until I roll in. When I get settled on the sideline, I start to watch out at the playground commotion, feeling pity for myself, wanting to jump out of my wheelchair and go play with my friends. Today, I'm going to talk about playground equality and what this means to kids like me. I know what you're thinking. Hey, I'm going to tell her all about the playground near my house that has a bunch of ramps. She should go there, talk over, problem solve, talk over. But wait, think about the playground. Aside from the ramps that make it easier for me to go up and down, what else is there that makes this playground a place where I can play? First, let's talk about universal design. When we design things that will be used by a wide range of people, we use universal design to ensure that no one's left out. Like texting, it serves the deaf community and all of us. Sometimes you just don't want to answer the call because you can text. It's easier sometimes. It benefits all of us. We all use texting. Like ramps, which can be used by people in wheelchairs and people who walk. Like wide bathroom stalls. You know you love the extra space, but people in wheelchairs actually need it. And so do moms going into public restrooms with 2 kids and a baby in a stroller. We can also make our playgrounds using universal design. For example, during the playground planning process with all community school playgrounds, one of the most important decisions designer can make is choosing a play surface accessible to all users, such as a flat surface, which can be safely stepped on by blind kids and safely traveled on by wheelchair users. What is missing from current accessible playgrounds? The ones you've seen in your areas and around your community. Accessible playgrounds provide access to wheelchair users through ramps, but it all ends there. There's no fun and thrill for me like slides, swings, merry-go-rounds, climbing structures. Climbing structures don't even get me there. That is the real thrill in playgrounds. Playgrounds should be fun for everyone. For example, the typical merry-go-round is super fun, but not accessible. We can add a solar-powered automatic folding ramp and modify the measurements to accommodate the size and weight of a wheelchair, so I can play alongside my peers. A swing that I could roll into with my wheelchair would be cool too. Have you seen the big swings at the playground that most of the kids not in wheelchairs end up using? They are great for 3 and 4-year-olds, but my parents have to carry me into them. How about adding an interactive optical cord that emits sound or other activities such as this one? They would need to modify the measurements so I can reach the button. I would love to play in one of these. Why should we care about making playgrounds for all kids and not just some? According to playgroundideas.org, investing in childhood play pays for itself multiple times over. They say if the next generation is to succeed, government, education ministries, and the international development community must take bold action to increase access to quality play, particularly for kids in disadvantaged contexts. When designing playgrounds with universal use in mind, the equipment fits and can be used by all kids. According to the 2011 census, there are 2.8 million wheelchair users under the age of 15 all around the U.S. In conclusion, we need playgrounds where everyone can play together and have fun. I challenge you, architects, lawmakers, and leaders in education to make a change. Let's make universal playground design a rule, not an exception. When you are designing a playground, think of me, think of us, think of all the kids who will be using the playground. What is the point in designing a playground that only some kids can use? Why not make playgrounds for all? Thank you.